The Washita Battlefield National Historic Site became the setting for a day of learning for some Oklahoma teachers recently. Almost 40 educators gathered here to be educated themselves.
We live in Cheyenne and Arapaho country down here. This is Cheyenne and Arapaho land and territory, and we have a large number of our tribal students attending public schools. Most of them are in a serious identity crisis with who they are as a Cheyenne and Arapaho, and what better place to learn about who you are, your culture, your history, your language, but the school system. And I don't think it's too much to ask at all that they learn about that in school.
Some of the teachers attending shared those same views. Kim Nault has been teaching for almost 20 years. She says a workshop like this one is long overdue.
There's not enough about the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes for educators to know how to teach it to kids. There needs to be more for them out there. We teach Spanish, we teach German, we teach French, but we don't even teach the language that's native to Oklahoma.
So black bear. So this is how you say it. Nako is bear, and Imotava, he is black.
The teachers were given a crash course on language, history, and tribal culture. They also learned about the medicine wheel and the Washita site's medicine garden.
Over here we're born, and we go around, all the way around till we complete our life cycle, and we end here. This cactus provides aloe oil for our burns. When we get burned, we'll break it and we'll put it on that burn and it heals it. Then the sage, we use sage to purify our body.
The American flag flies half-staff here at Washita in honor of those victims of the terrible shooting in Aurora, Colorado. And with the memories of that still fresh on their minds, being here and this place took on a very special meaning for some.
And they call that on the headlines a massacre. We call this over here a massacre among the Cheyenne people in 1868. We're still reminded that we live in this world with those kind of tragedies.
Right now, because of what happened yesterday in Aurora, Colorado, it is very raw, and absolutely it makes it even more personal and meaningful just by learning what happened here and in the aftermath. It's a very hard story. It's very real. It's very raw, and it's very personal. In the National Park Service, we tell stories across the system that are hard. They're not glamorous, and they're not, in some senses, happy stories, but they're important stories. They need to be told. There are lessons learned.
Lessons that can't always be learned from a textbook. Often it takes a hands-on approach by the teacher to grasp the knowledge well enough to pass it on.
I think it comes down to the teacher. A really good teacher, in my opinion, can take those core subjects and incorporate Cheyenne and Arapaho tribal language, history, something of value to those Indian students into the curriculum. It's just a matter of the teachers being a little bit more knowledgeable, which I think this workshop is going to do, and then having a little bit more interest when they leave here about making that happen.
Getting to talk with the people about the language, the different things that the tribes do. The food we ate today was even part of the culture. It's just been amazing. I usually do a unit, it's a small unit on Native Americans, but I plan on making that bigger, maybe even incorporating some of the foods like they did today, and having more people come in from actual tribes and speaking to the kids so they can actually talk to people.
Each day we're reminded the cycle of life. It's very precious. And we must live our life every day by learning.
I feel like this is kind of a beginning, because even now I'm thinking something like this on a larger scale at maybe one of the universities, to where we get 200 school teachers and administrators in here for a day of training on Cheyenne and Arapaho culture. So while this will probably be a yearly event, there's no reason the education department can't take this and expand it to provide this type of training to more teachers in Northwest Oklahoma.